James Brenner is painted as a violent man who shouldn't be released from jail. He was named a suspect by authorities for the disappearance of Dylan Rounds. 19-year-old Dylan Rounds disappeared in late May and has not been heard from since. Last week, James appeared in court on a firearms violations. He pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. There was no mention of James Brenner being tied to Dylan's disappearance. But it gave the public a glimpse of what James is like. He was either squatting on Dylan's property or at the property adjacent to Dylan, and he had no right to be there. According to Dylan's mother, James often helped her son at his farm. In fact, she said Dylan's boots were found near where James was staying on her son's property. During James Brenner's detention hearing, prosecutors said he is a danger to the community and should not be back out on the streets. He currently has an outstanding warrant from Box Elder County, where he allegedly beat up a man using a lawn chair. And he also served time for attempted murder. Though he has a lengthy history of violence. He had a shootout before. He has a history of shooting at people, and despite that, he's a convicted felon. He continues to carry firearms. James Brenner's attorney said the attempted murder in Maryland happened 30 years ago, and the charge was dropped to malicious shooting. She said he had 2 gun violations over the past 30 years. After hearing of his criminal past, Dylan's mother was even more convinced that Brenner was more than a suspect.